Assalamu alaikum. Well, we are back with another video about drawing crystal planes from Miller indices. So now I have Miller indices 1 bar, 1, 1 bar, and I will be drawing this plane from this Miller indices. First things first, we gotta recognize that 1 bar represents -1. Okay, so these bars represents -1. So I have rewritten them as -1, comma 1, comma -1. Now it's time to take the reciprocal. Why do we take the reciprocal? Because the reciprocals are basically the x-intercepts, y-intercepts, and z-intercepts, right? So the reciprocal of -1 is -1, 1 is 1, and -1 is -1. You know the reciprocal basically means taking the opposites of these numbers. Now here comes a very crucial point that our x value and our z value both are negatives. We know when we have these intercepts to be negative, we shift our origin, right? Originally, we take our origin here. We usually consider our origin here when all the values are positive, but for the negative cases, we shift the origin towards those negative valued axes. For example, here you have x equal to -1, so we shift this origin towards x-axis first. So usually this is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is z-axis by convention. So the x value is negative, so we shift the origin from here towards x-axis, towards here, right here. So you reach to this point, and you can see your z value is negative, not your y value. So don't worry about y, worry about z, because your z value is negative. So now from this point, see, we have already shifted this origin from this point to that point because the x value is negative. Now we will shift this origin to this point because our z value is also negative. So this is usually z axis. You can see that from here, this is usually z axis. Sorry. So now our new origin is basically here. This is the origin for this unit cell. This is O prime, right? This is the origin. So how do we draw? Okay, we keep telling in our lecture 1 to 6, this is lecture number 7, keep telling about these, these rules slowly so that you can understand easily, right? You can see that the x-intercept is -1. So from the origin, this is the origin. Remember, this is the origin. From the origin, you go back to the negative direction. Do not go to the positive direction. See, from the origin, this is plus x and this is minus x. You go along this direction, you get minus x. You guys get the x, negative values of x, right? So as this is a unit cell, from here to here you get -1. That is the value of x, and you obviously mark it like I did it, right? Then your y value is 1. Okay, I wonder what y is 1. Always count your intercepts from the origin. Remember that this is the origin, so your y value is 1, meaning you go along the y-axis and you reach here. This length is 1. This length is 1 because this is an unit cell. Remember this, guys. I keep telling this, right? Your z value is -1. So again from the origin, you go along the z-axis. Along the z-axis, where? Do you go in this direction? No, because your z value is -1. So you go along the negative direction of z and you reach to this point. So now you have found these 3 points. You draw the lines and you shade this region, and this region is the Miller indices that you were looking for. Maybe not you, that I were looking for, right? That I was looking for. So do you have a clear picture of that? Do you understand that or not? Let me know in the comment box. Okay, let's go to next problem. Let's go to next problem. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So we have 2 bar 1 bar 2, and we will sketch this plane. Okay, we will sketch this plane using unit cell. So the steps are same, guys. So first things first, we know that this is basically -2, this is -1 comma 2, because bar means actually negative, right? Now take the reciprocals. You get reciprocal of -2 minus half, reciprocal of -1 is -1, and reciprocal of 2 is simply half. See what I have written here. For x and y axes, we shift the x-axis by 1 unit, and then we shift y-axis by 1 unit to find our new origin. You know why? You know why we shift x and y-axis? I know that you know, because the values are negative. If you don't shift the origin, your plane would be outside of this unit cell, which you definitely don't want, right? So let's see what do we have here. We have our x value. Sorry. First, we actually shift the origin, right? So originally our origin is usually here. Now we shift the origin along x-axis because x value is negative. So we take this from here. Okay, remember, let me make it clear to you. This is z-axis, this is the direction of y-axis, this is the direction of x-axis. This is origin, right? So usually we take origin here. So let's shift x value along x-axis, right? So from here, origin should be here, from here to this point along x-axis. See guys, this is along x-axis. See this tiny teeny x-axis here. I have shifted my origin from this point to that point. Now -1, y value is -1. So I will shift my teeny tiny y axis from this point to that point, not the axis, the origin. So first I take my origin from here to here, and then I take the origin to here to here, because our x value and y values both are negative. It must be boring for you if you understand it, because I keep repeating the same thing. But remember, guys, there are students who might be facing problem in understanding the choice of new origin, so that this is going to be a big help to them. So this is our new origin, and from this point, let's draw this plane. We have -1/2 for x. So you see I have drawn x bar, y bar, and z bar. So I have -1/2. -1/2 can go in this direction because this is positive x-axis. This is the negative x direction. This is the negative x direction. So I have -1/2, meaning that this should be exactly in the middle, because this length is basically 1, because this is the unit cell. So I have -1/2 in the middle. Then I have y value equal to -1. So again, you start from the origin, you go along the y-axis, but you go in the negative direction, that is -1. So now you found 2 points, 1 point here, another point is there. Then you have z value is equal to +1/2. So again, from the origin, you go along z-axis. This is z-axis, this is z-axis. You take only +1/2, meaning you are halfway there. You will stop. So you have another point here. So now you add these 3 points and just shade them up so that you can get your crystal plane, so that people understands the crystal plane. Well, guys, I don't want to elongate this video anymore. So in the next video, we will be talking about 2 more planes. Until then, Goodbye.